and we are here to talk about
Your shit,
their shit.
her shit.
Oh, yeah, our shit.
Because this is Grown Woman Shit
Podcast. Whoop, whoop.
I am your girl, Donnell.
And as always, your girl, Deb Dior.
In the building. We got to start off this episode, of course, with a shout out
Yes.
to the beautiful Sakana Rose.
Sakana Rose for
Okay.
a beautiful outfit.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. We love it. Fresh off the runway. Okay. Get you some
definitely.
Sakana Rose. It's like something like a rose, something like that.
Man,
That's what
when
she
I
said it
say
means. I
this
love it.
grown woman thing, oh, it hugs my body so well. I love it.
I do like how it feels. Like I feel snatched.
Right, exactly. It makes you feel so, it curved and it hits you and holds you in the right spots.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Hopefully you got the
Sakana
right spots to
Rose.
hold, though. Just don't do it if you ain't got the right shape.
Well, it's gonna
It's not
snatch you
shapewear.
in. But it's not shapewear. It just comforts it holds every curve for you.
Right.
But it's not supporting every curve. It's just holding.
Yeah,
It's
that's
there.
what I wanted to make clear. It's not
Yeah.
supporting.
Right. It's
It's
not a
there.
shapewear. It's
not
not
a
shape. It's
shapewear.
not for that.
Yeah.
But it makes you feel beautiful though.
Definitely does, and I love it. Thank you, ma'am. Makes me
Yes.
feel like I'm back in the motherland for sure.
I'm just loving how it just accentuates my body. You know, it's that for me.
Well, she put the touches of
Right.
the print in it,
Right,
so
the
you better
print
feel
that's
like you in the
attached.
motherland somewhere.
And then I hit it with the heels, the red pumps. So yes,
We're not gonna talk about what I hit it with, but hey, I hit it on the runway. How about that?
I walked it down the runway,
That
fan
part
it
there.
on. We was out there getting it in.
Yes.
When I say we tear it up every time,
Walk in, fuck it up, and walk out.
leave nothing but steam behind.
Okay, no crumbs. No crumbs. But
Yes.
today,
Oh, yeah.
we have come to them.
Because we are grown women
Yes.
and we've grown up with certain values, morals, and things, you know, your
I
grandparents
grew
used
up with
to
my
tell
granddaddy
you.
is basically what you're saying.
Yeah,
Mhm, yes.
exactly. The things they used to do back in the day, courting, things like that. And for sure, because I think because with my accent is sounding kind of weird. So you
your
say it.
chivalry is dead. Yes, it is definitely dead to me, I think. Well, you know, the thing is we've had our inbox pretty full.
Yes.
A few people have sent me like this little video that they thought was so funny, but it was talking about how guys are talking about, oh, you don't cook like my grandmama cooked, so you don't cook and clean, and you ain't raising kids like my grandmama raised kids. But sir, are you doing what your granddaddy
let's
did?
just pause right there.
Okay.
We're going to get into this because people are playing out here in these streets a lot. They're expecting you to be wifey.
Hi.
They're expecting you to be the long lost partner, but you're not returning the same thing and
Not
the
the
same
energy, the same
that
vibe.
you want back.
It's not being
okay. Let's be
reciprocated.
real with each other. Okay. Shivery.
Yeah, you said it. There you go. Fucking accent now. She done did it.
Right. So
done did
it's
it.
not dead. Not all the way.
Not all the
Mostly, I do believe. Because you're not going to tell me you don't want to open the door for your lady.
Yeah.
Your car door, the restaurant door, the grocery, well,
Most
grocery
of
store
the
is slide,
time,
but
so I honestly, okay, so don't judge me when it comes to this, but my grandfather, of course, I was raised by my elder. He was 26 years older than my grandmother, so I think that he's the reason why I like older men, but we're not gonna talk about it. But he drove nothing but Cadillacs, and I honestly feel that he probably only opened doors for everybody because he didn't want nobody saying his shit.
I get that too. I can understand that for sure. Don't slam my fucking door.
This shit costs too
Let me
much.
just handle that part. But
Yeah.
that's taking control of the situation. So, okay.
That part, I definitely can say that.
Right.
But my grandfather also, when I was a kid, oh my God, I could not walk across the shortest little street. Let it be just an alleyway or whatever. He'd hold my hand.
Right.
Making sure that you are just always protected at all times. Like, I'm not saying that I need my man to physically carry me everywhere. This is not
Right.
like the threshold kind of
Carry you over
thing.
the
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, just know I'm right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you holding my hand, I can't get no closer.
So, see, what's lacking is the protection.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're walking on the sidewalk with your significant other, whoever
Oh,
your
we
mate,
seen that the other
exactly,
day.
you are walking on the inside or the outside, and that's important because
What
if
a
you
car
are
comes?
a protector,
You're on the outside.
you're on the outside, sir.
Yes.
You're on
period.
the outside.
We seen a lady walking down the street the other day. I mean, who knows what the situation really was, but
Right.
hey, she's still a woman and she still was walking with a dude.
Right.
And she was really just out on the outside looking how she looking. And I was like, what in the world is wrong with this world today? They just strolling and
Because
walking
it's
on a
gone.
crazy busy street at that.
It's because our generation didn't show our up and coming generation these things.
I think that they were part of our generation, unfortunately, but unfortunately, your
well-
generation a little different than mine.
As time goes on, these particular manners,
Yes,
expectations of
definitely.
chivalry, did I say it right?
You did.
Chivalry, right? It's gone. It's
is.
leaving, and because the older men are not paying attention to the younger men to teach them these kind of things, because they was like, "Fuck this shit. You,
you know
don't
what
appreciate
also-
it. We're not going to give it to anybody."
I saw another man, you know, he seemed like a man who had his head on pretty straight. He brought it up to the point where, you know, yeah, there's granddaddies out there
Yeah.
or whatever, but granddaddies also don't take accountability for their actions and lack of actions back then. But your mama didn't teach you 69.
Okay, but
So if you can learn certain things, you can learn how to get on board. So
and
at the
I
end
think
of the
it's
day,
a feeling as well.
yeah.
If you're a protector, it's automatic. Anything that, like, you know, you need to protect your mate from, your
If
other
you
person
genuinely
from.
care about somebody,
Right.
you will want to protect them, regardless if they're your mate or not.
So the values of chivalry is dying because it's not rolling on as per generation.
Man.
Because people are losing
Humanity
faith
is just
in.
not the same.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck. That's what it is.
We seen a
We don't
girl
give a
get a
fuck.
brick thrown at her face. within
Right,
this
because
last
she
week.
doesn't want to answer your cat call, you're gonna hit her in the face.
Yeah, but you know, to me, I've heard both sides. I've heard that she was a troublemaker and all these things. But at the end of the day, no matter what, she was still a
keep
female.
your hands to yourself, though.
If you couldn't throw your
I don't
hands,
care.
what you throwing a brick for?
That's true. And really, I don't condone that type of violence. I don't condone violence in relationships at all, because that's a big no-no for me, especially a man against a woman. Because what's going to happen for me, I'm not going to play fair with you. You probably size me in several different ways. We're not going down equally.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably
see.
shouldn't talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
No.
condone violence in relationships, but I do have brothers, and
Protect
having
yourself.
my
Don't get me
brothers
wrong.
have always had me 10 toes ready for anybody. Anybody
I'm
can
not
get
saying
it.
don't protect yourself.
Yeah.
It is important to protect yourself because
Definitely.
we got to fight back.
You definitely do. Sometimes you gotta be like I can see them, but unfortunately, we don't wish that on nobody.
Sometimes we come out with things.
Yes.
To protect yourself, you have to do what is necessary.
Yeah.
So it goes along the lines of everything.
But if the
Whatever
bills
it takes.
are paid, if your bills are paid, you feel loved, you feel like your man's not always out trying to get over on you, and you can genuinely see that, oh, when we go out, he opens the doors for me, he
Beautiful.
pays the bill.
Beautiful.
You know
Without
what I
even
mean?
hesitation.
Yeah, like
Or
that
like
type of
looking at
shit.
you like, are you going to pick that up?
Right, right.
When are you going to
Who
pick it
got
up?
this?
Right. It's
But you
never a
know,
question.
It's just the little simple things that will make us like seriously hot and steamy from. And like that's the crazy part is
Yeah.
some men, they base their chivalry off of their sexual like experience with you. Like
or
if they don't think that you can sexually please them, they don't give a damn about
Sexual wants, yeah.
like to me they don't think that you're valuable, and I think that sucks because I've seen women outside, just random women, and you know, to me on my worst day I can walk to the store and be like, oh my god, please don't nobody look at me, but here's guys wanting to hold the door and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. precious.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
You know, and
but then there's like this one
encouragement.
girl that'll be walking and she don't look like just, me or whatever. But just because she don't look like something you want doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve the same kindness that all women deserve. And
Right.
you letting the door hit her with a good Lord splitter don't make no help.
And I mean, it's that feeling that you get from that person too. I believe if you really are caring genuinely for this person,
Yes.
you're gonna kind of go out of your way to show that. You're gonna prove to that person unknowingly that I want this person to be okay all the time.
Yes.
I want them to be okay all the time.
If it's your person, especially, I feel like they can read you before you can even feel it yourself.
Right.
Like,
they
I
anticipate.
Oh my God.
That and that's big too.
Yes.
The anticipation of your needs.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Oh, it's
like I need a cheeseburger.
Guys. These are gems dropping for you.
Okay.
These are things that you need to know automatically. Well, you're not going to know them automatically because that's not how you function.
Like, I want to say one of my best relationships. I mean, shout out to that one, but one of the best relationships I think I've ever been in my adult life was in my early 20s, and I feel like it's been crazy because he was like the all around everything that you would want in a relationship. Like, let me tell him I'm cramping. There was like a whole ass red velvet cake, 2 gallons of green tea, and 2 bags of hot fries waiting for me. Like, I didn't have to say much.
Right.
Because you just cared and knew what was coming next.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
And very few get that intuition.
You will get coochie all day, every day. If I don't have to say anything.
And you just do.
You just do. I'm going to just have it ready for you at all times. Like, that don't make nobody sense. But that, the map don't be mapping to some people. They just be out there looking like they looking.
Because some people don't know this stuff. They and not even thinking. But it's not something that needs to be told, but needs to be told.
Yeah.
You know, it's that weird combination.
I also seen a video. I know I sent it to you, and it's definitely a good one. Where
Amount the millions that you send me every day.
I send you 5,000 videos, and you better watch every one eventually. But the video was the girl stating how she rather have sexual encounter with somebody first rather than
I did watch that.
give up her mind and all of that.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but when you really dig deep into that, it's understanding because all of the extra when it comes to chivalry is not there. So if you're only going to treat me right when it comes to my pleasure zone, then that's the only thing I'm gonna give you.
Oh man, that is tough. That is tough. It shouldn't just be about sex, for sure. And it shouldn't even be that should not even be your driving force.
Right.
Because what's gonna happen? We are getting older with people.
We
sometimes
all want to take care of somebody grown ass son eventually. And it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. They're just handing over the child care because we all are wanting to take care of somebody grown-ass son eventually. And the same goes for somebody grown-ass son wanting to take care of somebody pillow princess daughter. Like, everybody is going to be attracted to one another eventually, but you have to give and take in order to give and take.
Yeah, but it's all the work up to. You got to work up to it. You got to learn the steps of emotional satisfaction without sex.
Well, you know what? I feel like the moment a woman feels protected, like
that's important.
There's nothing better than texting me. Like,
it's like, yo, you go to sleep even happier knowing that my person got it.
These arms are just for me.
Right. It's a great feeling.
These arms open my doors. These arms cover me. These arms pay my bills. These arms work so hard. It's just something about that.
And knowing it's for you, it's even better. And knowing that, I mean, even if it's for us throuple, I'm just playing. Hey, that's a possibility. That's been happening out here a lot.
I will always say, even in season 2, I am okay with 2 husbands. I'm not nobody's sister's wife.
It's interesting because it's just a mind thing
I'm
to
okay with multiple incomes taking care of one child, but I'm not okay with one dick barely making it with you, Becky, and Teresa around the corner.
See, that's because
And you got
how?
5 kids on the way. Because, you know, you can make multiple babies with one person. So I still prefer to only have to worry about the DNA test.
Well, it, two husbands, I guess that's on the table.
Yeah, vacation all year long. Duh.
6 months for one, 6 months for the other.
Yeah.
Pick your month.
If each husband
Mess
gets
with
2
you.
vacations a year, that's 4 vacations total for me. The maths
my
all along.
God.
That's 1 vacation a season.
Right. And they are 4 seasons.
And I'm just saying,
Oh, well, you know,
the chivalry would be all around the world.
with chivalry for me, it's
Yes.
more the thankfulness and the understanding, the anticipation, all those things into the mindset of the person automatically without you having to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't have to say, oh, I wonder if he's going to open the door for me. Or is he going to pay the bill? Do I have to pay the bill? Or are you going to say, I'm not going to pay
in
half?
ourselves as well. Like women, it's not a bad thing for a woman to have chivalry. Like to me, I don't mind going out with my dude and paying for stuff. Like,
I don't mind either.
Like, I don't mind
it's
going
not even that.
and getting you an outfit because I want you to look cute. You know what I mean? I don't mind picking out a pair of shoes and, you know, spending a couple bands on my dude. Like, I don't think that that's a problem with
it's
that.
half and half. I get
but
that.
But it also has to be that feeling of, if I didn't do this, would he do it for me?
And that's the question, I guess, that comes into play, that if I don't do it, they probably won't do it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a lot of questions that a lot of people have.
Really a give and take.
Yeah, because
and you're wondering,
somebody's gonna be manipulating the situation.
And see, that's where you get. That's what you're feeling. Like, oh, this person's gonna run over me. So because they're gonna run over me, I don't want them to get caught up. You don't want to get caught up in it real quick.
Yeah.
You want to be like the person, protect your heart at all costs, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what happens to
I think that's why we all end up getting like a sugar daddy. I feel
us getting what?
I'm just saying. I think us as women, through our lifetimes, every woman has some type of a sugar daddy, at least one through their life. And I'm just saying
possible. It's possible.
Because when you have a sugar daddy, it's the only time you have sugar. It's unfortunate. Because, you know, the sugar daddies are typically the ones that came from the generation of common sense.
And they know how to manipulate the situation.
Mm-hmm. Take care of you in the way that you're supposed to be taken care of.
Well,
but see, that's why I need a diabetic daddy, because he can do everything that like my granddaddy did, but he can't have the sugar because you diabetic.
All right,
it worked. I'm all right with that.
Well, I mean, it's give and take, I guess. At that point, I don't want to do all of that.
I'm okay with calling somebody at their senior citizen home to check on them. How's Earl down in 92 doing?
Not 92. Well, blessed be the hearts of the ones that want to be sugar babies. You know, it takes a lot to go through things like that. And hey, if he's willing, go ahead, girls. Do your thing. That shouldn't be your whole plan in life.
Oh, it shouldn't be. Please don't.
Yeah, you're going to have to grow up one day. You're going to be a grown woman one day. And you're going to know that it doesn't take that anymore.
Sometimes it just takes 2 husbands.
Maybe it takes 2 husbands.
I seen a girl walking down in the mall with her 2 menses, and I was like, oh, they actually look good.
Oh, well,
it looked better than desperation on their tails. Because I feel like when I see
and the understanding is there.
When I see a man with multiple women, I just feel like she don't feel she's enough.
And I don't think he got enough for multiple.
You get what I'm saying? Like, who's really benefiting from this here? Because you don't seem like you enough for one, and then the one don't
they
seem
might
like
surprise you though. Who knows?
I mean,
we're gonna have to bring on a guest that definitely in a relationship. So that's gonna be one for the books. Okay, we're gonna bring in a couple that's there and in the situations and talk to them and see, you know, what you know what, they can change our mind or help us understand, how is it? How does it work? I want to know everything. I want to know all the details.
Does having like a man and a husband on the side count?
Well, the understanding there is the understanding. Do they, is it just where you do your thing and it don't have to be talked about? Or is it that hey, yo, I'm about to go to Johnny's house. And you straight, right? It's that kind of thing. I mean,
that might be another one for another episode.
It just kind of takes the understanding, I guess. But some people can't handle that.
Yeah,
because
some people can't even handle opening doors for their spouse, let alone sharing one.
And see, that's
let alone have to do it for two people. Okay, you can't do it for one.
Standing holding the door.
You a doorman now at this point. You didn't even want to be a gentleman in the first place.
That part is okay because you
know what?
Learn.
Just the other day, I went on a walk with our homegirl, Ariane. Shout out. Okay. Went to the store with her and, just doing mommy stuff in the middle of the day kind of thing. We was like, let's go stretch our legs. Walk into the store. Mind you, the store's not far from our house. We in the country. Hello. And the dude comes in. He's like, can I buy y'all some water? I seen y'all walking.
Oh, man.
Really?
That's really nice, though.
Come on now.
But I see y'all walking, though. But, people don't pick up people like that.
I don't want you to pick me up. I was exercising. Oh, God, I can actually say that word. Oh, get that on the record. We had a
thunderstorm the other day because
something that's
her ass is trying to exercise. But you know what? It's coming 2024.
Yeah.
We are going to change up things very much. So we are getting older. We cannot help that. That is time.
Needs to snap, crackle, and pop it. But because
grown women are going to start exercising together. We're going to bring it to y'all. We're going to let y'all know how it's going.
Definitely.
How it's making out.
But one thing I know about this exercising is with that exercising, my arms is gonna be tired and I'm gonna need the men to step up and open some more doors. I'm just saying.
Open them doors. Open them doors.
But I'm not gonna be exercising. I'll do more training because that's not working out.
Yeah, and I love a dude that can cook for me. Ooh. That's so big in those and pay some bills.
And don't tell me, you supposed to cook like my granny did.
No, I'm not your granny.
I grew up. My grandfather made the best salmon patties of my life.
When I say, my grandfather
granddaddy got in the kitchen.
Throw down.
Stop playing with me.
And my daddy was Spanish. So you couldn't, that's the rice,
my grandfather's
the
Filipino,
fish.
so you can't tell him nothing.
I'm telling you, shaking it down, getting it in.
Man,
and the love.
All the time.
Right. And it shows a lot, and I guess when women cook for men, I don't know if it's the same. I know you cook with love for your person, but when a man cook for you, it's a different
They cook for you coochie. They cook because they know after you eat,
it's about to go down.
Okay, and I'll take it. I'm here for the plate. I'm here for the plate. But I definitely feel that in this day and age, we should probably have like a course class correction for this whole chivalry thing, just so that people can get back to the basics. If we want things and we expect certain things, then we got to give what we expect.
What's the gentleman class is that? Come on.
Gosh.
You guys got to attend them.
They need to teach them to the young ones. I know at one of my baby's schools, they got the men of the little school name. I'm not going to be stating that because that ain't none of your business. But I think that is so cute because it's like a little boys club.
It needs to be that way. And please don't use... it's all over the news. The Boy Scouts of America, don't send them there. They don't need to go there.
Never.
They need to learn to be a man and man up. Find them. I'm not going to say who they are. I don't know because that's a whole nother situation.
You gotta be able to have valuable people in your life to be able to valuably train these young
learn
ones.
For real. Learn these things that will develop our society for better up and coming gentlemen in this world.
Definitely.
For them to know, with women, how to treat them properly.
Same thing with women though. Like the moms and things are getting younger and younger.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck.
Unfortunately, ladies, the moment you become a mother, you kind of get stuck at that age that you become a mother. Like for a while at least.
Yeah,
not saying all the time, but for a while you kind of mentally get stuck because that's the last age you really remember.
Right, and that's the
And
only age. Right
that's
when
the
you
last-
stop there,
is when-
because you're no longer your only self
in that part.
anymore. You're someone else. You're somebody, mama.
In that part. And, you know, as a woman,
Mother.
I think that is very important, especially the younger and younger these little kids are
Yeah.
becoming parents. Like, you have to teach them the basics of how
And
to
not
treat
teach them
people.
how to TikTok dance. How about that?
That part. You got to teach them the basics of taking care of themselves, picking up after themselves.
Exactly.
Cooking, cleaning, just how to treat people in society, because
Yeah.
when they're becoming parents younger and younger and that mindset is still stuck at 16,
Yeah.
then you got a 16-year-old raising a baby, and that baby is not going to do nothing but develop to the 16-year-old standpoint.
Right, and they're seeing that you going out clubbing all the time,
All the time,
and
have no
that's what I'm about
standards,
to
no
do,
morals
and
about
then
yourself.
doing the dances and all
And
of
then
this.
the history repeats itself. So
Again and
let's
again.
stop that.
Yeah,
Chivalry, let's bring it back.
Yeah, let's start, teaching the younger ones, if willing or not. Just, it's easy when you just kind of do different things to kind of like its mentality, teaching them the mentality of it
Yeah.
unknowingly. Just, this is what you do every day, and it kind of sticks there, hopefully.
It's just
and
like
pull
raising
down
a child, but you
Yeah.
actually got to put in
that
some
effort.
Okay,
Definitely,
yes.
that effort to make it work, make it happen.
Definitely.
Let's not go down, and these generations coming up, the little babies and stuff, don't know how to open a door
We
for a woman.
expect them to do better, but ain't shown them better to do.
Right.
So let's do better.
We as independent women doing it on our own, that's not only what you want your daughters, mothers, sisters, aunties to always have to say. I had to do it on my own.
No.
And that just
I
creates
definitely don't want to be an independent woman. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful that my dad and grandfather had a hand in my raising, where
Yeah.
I'm independent enough where if a man is not around, I can lift my own boxes. I can build my own beds. I can do my own shit. But do I want to? The fuck no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
no.
We don't want that.
I want to be like my wrist is broke at all
Please.
times.
We'll
Okay.
get passenger princess.
Okay, a pillow princess at that. So let's stop playing in this day and age. It's 2023. We are closing out this year.
Yes, in just a few months.
Okay,
In just a few months, it's out of
let's
here.
get it real and real quick.
So we go into 2024 in the mindset of better change, development. Our generation is coming, and you want it or not. They're gonna need to learn these things. I made sure that my kids know how to cook, clean,
Okay.
wash clothes for themselves.
Look,
That
if you
way
can
they're
work my nerves, you better
self-sufficient.
learn how to work some appliances. Stop
yeah.
playing with me.
Absolutely
Stop
self-sufficient
playing.
for themselves, but also for if you have a
Taking care of
mate.
somebody else.
Exactly. You
Helping
know what
out.
to do.
Don't
what
be
you
that
need to
lazy
do.
person that's in a relationship and you're always somebody's burden.
Dependent on.
Oh
And
my
girls,
God.
like some girls I'm seeing now, they cannot cook worth a damn.
Not even a bowl of noodles.
Yo, and making this horrible ass shit. What are you doing? What
Be
did
like,
your
Lord,
auntie and your
whose house are we in today? Oh, Jesus.
I love to cook, but
I
I
love that,
don't. I don't have to, because I teach my kids how.
Yes.
And they're such an inspiration to see them in the kitchen cooking up something that tastes so delicious. So shout out to my kids.
Okay,
They are
good.
awesome girls, awesome boys.
Yes.
Well, they're men now. Everybody's grown.
Everybody's
so.
grown for the most part. Yeah,
Right.
my kids are still kidding.
Still kidding.
They're still kidding. Yes, we're in the kitchen every freaking day like a slave.
Yeah.
I'm probably the
I'm
cutest
so
slave
happy.
anybody's ever seen, though, but it's okay.
Yeah, but it's just, developing, the next generation to do the damn thing, y'all. Do the
Yes.
damn thing, right? We are going through things right now, about to hit, we're hoping not this recession, but how it's looking, we're not going to really have a choice in the matter.
Man, they gotta
So-
come together like booty cheeks and have some
Get it
chivalry come back.
right. Get it right, y'all.
But y'all, it has been real.
Super real.
I am your girl, Donnell.
And I am Deb Dior.
And this has been Grown Woman Shit Podcast. Brought to you by the one and only Evan Vision. Content created for and by Kings and Queens.
Join us every Wednesday on Spotify and YouTube. We got you.